That is so exciting. And now you're with Ronnie, as in like you've been seen on the outside together.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's the update?
I don't know, like things with Ronnie are actually going really well. Like, but yeah, I never realised like what Jess was saying about me.
No.
So I always tried to be so nice to her face, and like we did get on, but I thought so.
Out of the whole experience, what would you say was like one of your highlights? Would you say out of it all?
I'd probably say I love the heart rate challenge because I feel
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to another season of Amy Charlize's Private Story. This new series is going to be so good because I'm so excited to share even more about my world as I keep you guys up to date with everything that's going on in my life and spill even more tea. If you're new here, I'm a content creator with a passion for all things beauty and fashion, and I love to overshare and tell you guys a bit too much, so on this podcast you can expect things about my relationships, friendships and even more. And every week I'm joined by other influencers, celebrities, my own family members and friends to talk all about the latest gossip, their picnics and their very own private stories. And I want you guys to keep getting involved just like you did last season, so please make sure to keep sending in your latest stories, questions and dilemmas for us to work through in this judgment-free zone. So welcome back to my private story. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Amy Charlize's Private Story. Today, I've got the queen of Love Island. I'm not going to lie, when I was looking at who would I pick for this ep, I had to get Harriett on. So hello Harriett, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So this is actually our second time meeting.
Yeah.
I met Harriett before she was even on Love Island, claim to fame. So I saw you at a tart event, didn't I?
Yeah.
And it was actually quite a cute event.
Yeah.
When was this like?
February?
It was Feb time.
Yeah.
It was so not too soon after you actually went on Love
Yeah,
Island.
true actually.
But I saw you because you're obviously friends with Saff.
Yeah.
And we went to this event together. Well, we saw you there anyways. And it
Yeah.
was actually really cute.
Yeah.
I remember going in, we were so late and I thought it was like a sit down dinner.
Oh, did you?
Because the vibe of it was like dinner on the thing and I thought crap. But we walked in and it was all like very cute.
Yeah, it was
and
so nice. I
it
took all
was
the free
cute.
makeup, did you? There was so much. There was so many party bags.
I know. I was like, travel bag. You got everything there. I was like, I'm going to take the whole
There was
lot.
like clothes. There was like ear piercing.
Yeah,
Oh my
I got
God.
my ears done,
Did
but then they
you?
all got infected and closed up.
Oh, no,
so
babe.
Thanks so much, Lavisa. You really broke my heart that day. But can you give like a little introduction for people that might not know who you are?
So I'm Harriett, 24, and I've just come off Love Island. So yeah,
She's a Love Island girl now.
I'm a Love Island
Honestly,
girl.
I can't believe that you went on there. When I saw you, I was like, I know this girl. Why don't I know this girl? Obviously, then I saw Saffron repost.
Yeah.
And I actually said to you, my ex-boyfriend did text me being like, oh my God, have you seen who's gone on Love Island? Because he was at the event with
Yeah,
me.
because I met him there, didn't
You
I?
met him there, and he texted me being like, "Oh my God, that's the girl." And then it all clicked, and I was
yeah.
like, "Oh my God, that is Harriett."
Yeah,
I was
because when
like,
you messaged me, I was like, of course I'm doing it.
yeah,
Like-
crazy stuff. Can't believe that. But since you've come off the show, I'm guessing it's been busy. But before we talk about too much of the show, tell me about like before. What was you doing with your life before Love Island?
So before Love Island, I went to dance college. So I like trained in musical theatre. So I've got a degree in that.
Was that from when you was like 16, 17, that age?
Yeah. So I didn't go, so I left school, but I always wanted to do something theatrical at school. Like I was never really like academic. Like I was clever, but like I always wanted to do like dancing, like singing and acting.
Yeah.
So went into musical theatre college and then was just like auditioning and stuff. And yeah, like there was like lots of like cruises and stuff that I was like interested in doing. Then I like my other love is like fashion, so did that on the side. And
love
then
that.
as I was like auditioning, like just did more teaching, like as you do, because you know it's like really intense in that world.
Yeah.
And then I went on Love Island. Like it was so crazy. Like
I literally cannot believe it. It was such like a transition though. But
No,
I feel
I know.
like, do you know what? If you're good at like the theatre and that kind of side of it, you're always going to be good on telly. It's like, I don't know what it is, but I
No,
feel like because
yeah.
you've grown up very similar to me, like grown up with the whole dancing side
Yeah.
of life. Like, obviously I'm a bit younger than you, but we've kind of both grown up in like the industry of dance, and you get such good confidence from it. I
Yeah,
feel.
no, for sure,
I've always
yeah.
said I want my kids to dance.
yeah,
like, I feel
always.
like it's such a
It's
good.
just, yeah, it's a good thing for them. Like,
But you was
confidence
more
and stuff.
musical theatre. So did you
Yeah.
do all of like dance as well?
So I did like ballet, tap, modern, like everything growing up, like since I was like 3 years old.
Yeah.
And then when I started auditioning, they were like, "Oh, you can't just be a dancer. Like you've got to be like, well, they say triple threat. That's what they say. That's the saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I started singing. Absolutely hated it. And then I started singing. I was like, actually, like I'm quite good. So and then acting. Like I've always been such a drama queen. Like at school and stuff, I won like all the drama queen awards.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was you one of them?
Yeah,
You was
I was
one of them. So did you go to school with Saffron Barker?
Yeah.
So that's how you guys become friends, because there was so many
we've
videos?
known each other since we were like 3 years old.
Really?
So basically, our parents were friends. So our dads worked together. So they like introduced us, and we were like 3 or like 2 or 3. I can't remember. We were that young. And then obviously Henry and Jed. So they're our younger brothers.
Yeah.
They're the same age. They're best friends. So like we used to just go on like family holidays and stuff like that. And then like we were just inseparable ever since.
And
really.
then you went to the same school and everything.
Yeah. And then we went to the same school, and then
That is so
you know those
cute.
friends. It's just like family. Like
You
we've
would never
never
really consider her like a friend. It'd be more like a cousin to you.
Yeah, no, literally.
Oh, that's so cute. So you was in, because I remember when you was actually in Love Island, so you wouldn't even know, but there was so many videos of you with Saf from when you were younger.
Yeah.
Like resurfacing, and everyone was like, what the hell?
I actually had like a full circle moment the other day, because so we went to this event and like I was there with the Love Islanders, and they were like, why are all your friends here? Because it was like me, Saffron, Libby, and I was like, this is their job. And I was like, crazy, because obviously we're all in this industry. And then like I came out, went to the event, and like it was just so nice. I could be there with all my best friends and like the Love Island lot.
Because Saffron's brought you to events before, obviously, but in that time you was just a +1 probably,
but like
you?
obviously it was new to me, but like in that sense, like it's not that new to me, because I like know how it all works.
And you've
like,
seen her kind of boss it, and you can now do it too. That's so exciting.
So she was giving me all the advice before I was going on there.
Oh, that is amazing. I was going to ask, how did you actually get onto the show? Did you audition?
No. So they've actually asked me like quite a few times. But like I'm a big believer in like everything happens for a reason. Like every single time they asked me, I felt like it wasn't really right. And then this year, like a situation happened in my life where I was like, you know, I was with my ex-boyfriend, and then we broke up. We finished really quickly, and a couple days later I got approached on Instagram. So kind of like I replied back, wasn't too serious about it. It was just like, you know, like having fun, like having the calls, whatever. Then me and Saf went away to Dubai.
Yeah.
And whilst I was there, they kept ringing me. They're like, we want to get you in, we want to get you in, we want to get you in. And I was like, okay. And then, just like happened.
Crazy. Because there were so many rumours as well about you still being with that boy and going on.
But no, like just to put it straight, like we broke up in January. Like
there was none of that. No. And then you went to Dubai with Saffron after she'd split up with her.
No. So we went to Dubai to get over my breakup, because I feel like I don't know if you've ever been, but it's like the best place to like get over anything. Like, you know, it's just like best party scene. The people there are so amazing. Like, so we went there to get over my breakup, and then we actually found out that Saf's boyfriend at the time cheated on her when we were on the Dubai trip.
I thought she went there to clear her head, not
no,
clear
babe,
yours too.
we found out on the trip. So we both like we went out there, like obviously me being single, Saf being in a relationship, both left single girlies, didn't we?
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I bet that was horrible for you though to experience that with your friend.
It was, but then at the same time it was nice that we could have that like experience together, in the sense, you know, she's such an amazing friend. She really helped me get over my breakup, and then I could like do it for there, and then we could also relate on so many things. Do you know what I mean?
That is so cute. I absolutely love that. So you got onto the show by them approaching you.
Yeah, on Instagram,
on Insta. So what is it, like just a message from a random producer?
No, it's from like casting agent, like director or whatever.
Right.
And I think they do it a few ways, because some of my friends who have been on it before, they just like ring them because they have their contact details from them before. But like they just messaged me on Instagram and like just said, oh, do you want to have a call? And I was like, why not? They don't say it's for Love Island, they just say like,
they just say it's for a show.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, why not? Like, why would I not?
That is so exciting. And now you're with Ronnie, as in like you've been seen on the outside together.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's the update?
I don't know, like things with Ronnie are actually going really well. Like I think, you know, being in a villa scenario and then being on the outside, it's just so different.
Yeah,
so
I can imagine.
It's just like getting, like we know each other so well now. Like, do you know what I mean? We were in there together from the beginning.
He's practically living together. Like I find that crazy.
Yeah, I know. And it's weird because like when you don't see him like for a few days, or like, you know, the boy that you were in the villa with, you don't see them for a few days, like it feels so weird. Like me and Ronnie were texting, we were like, what? Like this is not normal, because obviously you're 24/7 with them like all the time.
To not really see them as much.
But I've been seeing him quite a lot. So he stayed at my family home like
did
a few
you?
times. Yeah.
What does your family, like how do they feel about it all?
So I've said this to Tim, so I could say on here, but like my mum was like really like wary of him, because she was like, you know, we had a few like ups and downs in there. So
and
she was
she's
like,
a mum.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I'm her little girl. Do you know what I mean? So they were like, like not sure. And then when they met him, they were like, oh my God, Harry, like he's so different. But yeah, like
that's what you want.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's going really well. So yeah.
That's so good. And what was their reaction to you going on the show? Were they worried for you, or were they quite excited?
My mum was really excited, but my dad actually never watched one episode, and like he had no idea like what was going on. Like he doesn't know what Love Island is. He thought I was away on a dance thing, bless him. Because I feel like for a dad, like his daughter going on there strutting around in a bikini all the time, it's very different to like say if my little brother was going to go on there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's like,
you know, go on, lad. But for you, it's a bit different.
Like, oh, I don't really want her doing that.
Oh, my days. No, I don't think my dad could ever watch me go on a show like that.
Every time I went in the beach hut and there was like a scene where I was like kissing someone or something, I'd be like, oh, Dad, if you're watching, like, please close your eyes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But even like when you went in the hideaway and stuff, talking of that, so you went in there with Joey, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you told me before, like, this was all a bit, you know, overly, everyone was telling you to kind of do stuff.
Yeah.
With the whole producing side of Love Island, would you say it's highly produced?
They do have your best interests at heart, and they do know, like, obviously you're making a TV show at the end of the day. So they've got their certain characters and stuff, and they just, like, prompt you, but they would never, ever tell you to do something and, like, you know, put words in your mouth or whatever.
I've been a big fan of this season, so like I want to know the goss. Like, is Joey actually this bad?
No,
when you was in
he's not. Joey for me is so lovely. Like, I actually, you know, I'm not one to like judge someone before, but when he came in, I was like, oh, I don't know. And then when I got to know him, I was like, he's so down to earth, and you know, he really looked out for me, and he was like my brother in there. So yeah, like, I don't know what's going on at the moment. I feel like maybe he needs me in there to like give him some advice.
He needs his like little sister again, because you guys become like little brothers.
I know. Well, that's Sean as well. Like, they need me, like, me to go in there and sit them down and give them a word.
Have
like,
a little
what's going
chat.
on, boys?
So you had obviously that situation where you was like seen with Joey, but then it become more like friendly, didn't it?
Yeah, I think, you know, from the offset, like, there was like attraction there, and obviously he picked me in the challenge to kiss me and whatever. But like, him and Samantha had such a good connection, and also like I just realised it was like friend vibes, and I wasn't ever going to force anything.
Out of all the girls, who would you say was your closest friend?
At the beginning, it was Samantha, but they never showed that. Like, they made it out that we like didn't like each other.
Do you know what? I actually think they really excluded you from the other girls, as in the edit. Like, obviously I wasn't in there.
Yeah.
From what we saw on the outside, I kept thinking like, oh, like, is she getting like left out? Because obviously there was this whole thing with Jess, which we'll get into. But yeah, with like the girls, who would you say you left being the closest to?
So at the beginning, I'd say Samantha and Patsy. We were really close, and then obviously towards the end, when they left, it would be like Mimi, Grace, and Matilda.
I love Matilda,
babe.
I'm
she's so
obsessed
lovely.
with her.
Yeah.
She's so cool.
She's so nice.
When she comes out, I was like, I've got so many questions to ask her.
Because we like, it's so weird. Like, we kind of like knew each other before. So we met at an event before, and like when she walked in, we were like, how do we know each other? Like, you know, when you just know her face and you're like, I can't put my finger on it. So we're like having conversations. We're like, how do we know each other? And then we realised like we met at like this like boat club event, like
no way.
Yeah, it's so
but
random.
They never show like that side of it, because you're not really supposed to talk about the outside world.
No, you're not. No.
So I feel like they never tell us things that have happened like that. More than I would have loved to know now on the show. I'd have been like, oh my god, that's weird. At boat club as well.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
it's so
god.
funny. I think we were like in the bathroom. She like gave me a compliment or something. You know how it is, and it's like, oh, then can I borrow your lip gloss? And then like we started talking, and then when she walked in, I was like, how the hell do I know you? And then we realised.
What a random place to find friends.
I know.
Wow, I love that. But with the whole regards to the girls being in the villa, obviously, like I just said, the exclusion kind of part of it, would you say that was real, like with the whole Jess beef that you kind of had? I wouldn't even class it as beef from either of your sides. I think it was more just, you know, there was some tension underneath.
I mean, from the beginning, like, I didn't think so, and like, I'm not the type of person to like ever fall out with a girl over a boy. Like, at the end of the day, especially in the villa, because obviously we're all in there to find love, so naturally you're gonna have like awkward situations and whatever. But yeah, I never realised like what Jess was saying about me. No. So I always tried to be so nice to her face, and like we did get on, but I thought so. But now coming out and seeing everything, I'm a bit like, oh, was I a bit stupid to be like that? But like, for me, I never ever had a problem with Jess. Like, I was always trying to be nice to her, and you know, at the end of the day, whatever she says about me probably says more about her anyway. And like, I don't have any hatred towards her. Like, obviously I just left her in the villa, but I probably would have taken a different approach, like if I knew what she was saying behind my back. Do you know what I mean?
No, definitely. But I think you did the mature thing, and like you were just being yourself and true to yourself, which is very good. But yeah, like since that's all come out, I remember you going on, I think the first ever kind of like interview you had after, saying like, I can't believe the things she was saying, and I had no idea. So was that not kind of the vibe you was getting from her in the villa at all?
I was like, you know, I don't think she was ever really that friendly to me.
Yeah.
But I kind of just brushed it under the carpet. I was like, oh, maybe it's just awkward because like the whole Ronnie
See, this
thing.
is my biggest fear if I went on a show. Like, you don't actually know what they're saying in that beach
I know.
hut. So, like, will you think they're being to you? Like,
Yeah.
they could literally be mugging you off completely on that,
Yeah.
you know, on that TV screen, and you have no idea.
You know, obviously I saved her when we had like the power to like send people home or whatever. I was like, no way am I ever like sending Jess home. Like, we're such good friends, blah, blah, blah. And my mum was like, she was saying like, all my friends were at the TV, like, what? Like, come on now. But obviously in there, I never realised what she was saying about me. So, of course, I would have acted differently, but...
No, it's sad, but at least she was true to yourself. That's the best thing
for sure,
about the whole situation. For the whole experience as a whole, did you really enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. Like, it was really like challenging at the beginning, but I think, you know, everyone's got to like find their feet, and you know, you're gonna have to go through certain situations to find your like person, I'd say. And like, you know, obviously when you're thrown into that situation and everyone's differently, you're going to have like tension with the girls and stuff. So for me, I feel like the first week, like it was really overwhelming because like I'm not a sensitive person, and like I cried so much in the first week. I was like, I just felt like, I don't know, it was just really not uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if that's the right choice of words, but like it was just very different. And I think, you know, I got used to it after the first week, and then I was absolutely fine. Like, I was myself. So I think maybe that's why I had so many ups and downs, because I just stayed true to myself the whole time, you know. But I'm glad everyone saw that side of me, because at the beginning it was just all a bit.
I feel like you got to adapt. It's different life.
Yeah.
It's literally a different life in there.
No, for sure.
It seems crazy. I can't wait till I'm 18. They can fly me to like the villa, and like, you know, when the influencers do the whole like pretending, because Anna Kingsnorth did it.
Anna always does it. Yeah.
And I was like, this girl, I swear, I was like, this can't be real. When she did that whole walk, I mean, you was really going into the like lockdown part, so you really didn't even see it, but everyone was going crazy.
Yeah, she told me about it before, because obviously we're friends from SAF. So
out of the whole experience, what would you say was like one of your highlights? Would you say out of it all?
I'd probably say I love the heart rate challenge, because I feel
Did you like it?
Yeah. I was like so excited for it. Everyone else was so nervous. I was like in the dressing room hyping them all up, like making all their routines up.
But really?
Because I was like saying to everyone, I was like, if you don't go for it and you're like awkward, like you're going to look weirder. So like you might as well just give it your all. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen?
Nothing.
Yeah, I was just like loving it. I was just like, I was on stage. And obviously when you're in there, like you don't see all the cameras and stuff. So it's not like everyone's filming you like doing the whole routine. Like it is quite natural.
Is it silent? They say it's silent.
Yeah.
It's dead silent.
Yeah. We have like background music, but it's not like, you can't really hear it, and like...
No way.
Yeah, like you don't have the music that's played when you do it on the show.
Yeah,
do you know what
obviously
I mean?
they put on like the new hits and stuff, but you don't have any music.
No, babe, no.
So what is it, just them like, woo?
Yeah, it's just like, woo. But to be fair, like, I'll give it to the boys. They were so good in hyping us up. And I was actually glad to go first for the reason of like, obviously when you go first, you get sent to the terrace to watch. So I was like, they need me like hyping them up because they were all so nervous. So I was like happy to be first for like that sense. Do you know what I mean?
Wow, no, that would really scare me though. I would not know what to do if it was silent. I didn't realise it was silent. I thought they did play music, you just can't hear it on this TV.
No. It's just like, it's music, but it's like really, like you really can't hear it. Because obviously... Yeah.
Did you work out a lot or no?
I did. We did more than anyone. So like a lot of the people like wanted to, but they didn't get time to because like scenes and whatnot.
Right.
But we did like a few Pilates lessons and stuff in there. So
got you.
Yeah.
Wait, actually like Pilates?
Yeah. And have you not seen the scene on Unseen Bits of me doing it with Ronnie?
No.
Oh my God, babe, I tried to get him to do Pilates. Never again.
Never again.
No, he
oh
just
my
kept
God,
trying to kiss me. I said, whoa, you can't kiss your teacher.
I need to watch this episode.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to go watch it. But kind of coming off Love Island and just generally you, what have you got coming up? Is there anything that you can tell us?
Not really. Like I just, you know, I've just got a lot of meetings and stuff. I've signed with an agency now, so that's exciting. So they're just like setting everything up for me.
Events and stuff like that. I've seen you at a few.
Stuff. Yeah, I've been to a few. Just like Instagram and stuff, you know how it is. And then I guess you'll see very soon. So
yay. I love that. I love it when you give me like the hint but not the hint. I'm like, I keep doing that with my followers. Like with my book that just come out, I was saying for like 4 months, I was like, something's coming.
Oh my God, babe. So why did you decide to do that?
Because I just wanted to.
Yeah, it's
I
so
wanted
cool.
to be able to write it down and have it like permanent.
Forever.
Yeah. I feel like a YouTube video is just different.
Yeah.
Writing a book was just such a cool experience. I was like, I have to do it.
Yeah, because Saf did it when we were at school. So it was like
crazy,
Yeah, and
isn't
I've
it?
got her book still.
Have
so
you?
like, yeah, I bet all your friends are gonna keep yours.
Yeah, I was like, guys, I've signed it for you. Don't worry. I was like, give it a little signature.
See, I'm a proper like memory person. I like always keep stuff like that. And
That's a good friend though.
yeah, to look back on.
That is a good friend. I love that. But we're gonna play a game.
Yeah.
Pick an ick. So I'm gonna give Harriet 3 different topics, and she's gonna tell me her pick and her ick. So basically, generally, what you think's like your favourite part of that and your least favourite part.
Okay, sure.
3 scenarios. First of all, musical theatre. Give me your pick and your ick.
My pick would probably be like the confidence you get from it, like training in it and stuff.
Yeah.
The ick would probably be going up to London for 7 a.m. calls for auditions and getting cut in first round. Like that's just so not it.
Yeah, I
And
agree with
sometimes you'll
that.
stay to the end, and then sometimes you'll be out in the first round because it's not actually about you, as you know. It's about what
normally
they want.
ticking the box and stuff like that as well. Like I always remember, I used to go to a few like School of Rock ones, and I'd start off so confident, and then they'd be like, "You've got blonde hair.
Yeah.
You're 5 foot and you have to be 4'11". I'd be
No,
like,
literally.
"Doesn't
Or they'd be like,
matter."
yeah, you need a bob.
Yeah.
Like, no, babe, I'm keeping my long hair. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is
I'm
literally
keeping
stuff
my
like that.
extensions.
But I think, you know, going into the villa, that actually helped me because I've been through all that, like, cutthroat. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and like, obviously they obviously had an idea of what they want and like it's really like cutthroat. So I think going in there like with like negativity and stuff, like I knew how to handle it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd say my pick is definitely like the confidence.
Yeah.
And like it's such a good thing to get into.
Yeah.
Like, you know how boys say like football, basketball, they're all like good for their mental health. I think like theatre was so good because it kind of expressed your feelings in
Yeah,
different
for
ways.
sure. Like you could
And
just do a
then-
dance routine if you didn't want to like speak about how, I don't know, that's how I was like.
literally express it through your
Yeah.
dance. And then my ick is definitely like the auditions and like I just think there's just such jealousy in the industry.
Yeah.
And I used to experience it so young. So I
Yeah.
can imagine you probably had it growing up as well. So I'd probably say like the jealousy and like the dance mums and
the dance mums, oh god.
they
What was
were
your mum
awful.
like? Was she a dance mum?
She was a good dancer.
Yeah, my mum was a good dancer.
She
as
was
well.
like, she
but
got
there was some
involved.
at my dance school where I'd be like, oh my god, like why are you all arguing?
Crazy, isn't
Yeah.
it? We had like really bad dance mums at ours. So I
Really?
can imagine it being
Yeah.
like, you know, quite bad at yours too. Ronnie, pick a nick about Ronnie.
Pick, he's really caring and kind. It could probably be he doesn't like to cuddle.
What does he do then? Just sit there?
No. He doesn't like. No, like when we go to sleep, he like only cuddles for like 2 minutes.
Oh, and then he turns over.
Yeah, he waits for me to fall asleep, which is kind of cute, but like also really annoying because I'm like really like touchy-feely person.
Do you know what? If I ever sleep with my friends, I always put my foot on them.
Foot.
Or
Oh my
like
God, the
leg.
foot, yeah.
Like I had to put my legs
or
in
like
or something.
You have to be touching something. I'm like that as well.
No one else likes it though. None of my
No.
friends like it. I mean, yeah. The whole best friend thing, like my best friends hate it. They're like, Amelie, please get off. Or like I'm like clinging onto them
Yeah,
in my
no,
sleep. I
yeah.
love a cuddle. So
do
that would
I.
annoy me too. Your Love Island experience, a pick and a nick.
Pick would probably be like the friends that I've made and like obviously Ronnie as well. So like I've met Ronnie. It could probably be just like the negative side of like not being able to speak to your family and like having to deal with things on your own when naturally you just call your best friends or like you'd call your mum up all the time.
Get
Do
the
you know
kind
what I
of
mean?
advice from them.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. I
Yeah.
feel like that must be really difficult in the villa. So we're going to do listener questions. So guys, if you're listening or watching and you want to get involved, basically every single week I get you guys at home to send in questions for me and the guest. So you can DM me at Amy Charlize's private story and we go through them on Instagram. We pick our favourite for the week. So Harriet, the first one is from Ivy and she says, if you could go on any TV show, what one would it be?
I think if I didn't do Love Island, I'd probably say like Too Hot to Handle or something.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's just too rogue for me.
Do you think?
I think I could do Love
No, but I
Island
think
at
that'd be
a
good
push.
because the whole point is you're not allowed to do stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I'd be like really good at that because I'm
You'd
like
be
quite
good,
reserved.
but then you get wound up easy because I
Yeah.
feel like people are just so disrespectful in there.
yeah, true.
Like that's hardcore. Like I don't think I could do that.
But I can't think of like anything else really other than
Would you not do like Big Brother?
maybe
Strictly?
Oh yeah, for sure. Strictly, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, what
gonna
am I on
say.
about? Yeah.
Strictly or I'm a Celeb for me.
Yeah.
I would do I'm a Celebrity with a click of a finger.
No,
I
but
love
what,
that
the
stuff.
challenges.
Yeah.
Oh babe, I could not. With the spiders
I'd
and
love
stuff.
it. Like I actually think that's a retreat. I just don't know how to
Really?
explain
Oh
it.
my God,
The
no.
clear skin they all get when they come out there, they're
True,
glowing.
actually. Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'd have to take my tapes out, but that's fine. I'll take them out for it.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a Celeb. Like I would love to do and Strictly.
Yeah, Strictly. No, yeah,
I
Strictly.
died to do Strictly or even Dancing on Ice.
I don't
think
know about
I'd be
ice because I
good.
feel like I would get so scared of like
The injuries
falling.
people can
And
get
like you know
from
when they do
that.
like the headbanger, like when they do that, like is it called the headbanger?
Headbanger.
Babe,
but we're
what would
girls,
happen?
we'd get thrown.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that'd be better than being the man that has to try to hold you up.
No, I don't know, because imagine if you smack your head on the ice. Like,
Yeah, true.
You'd
Danger.
be off ski. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you mean, but you know what I'd have to say? Dancing on Ice, Strictly, Big Brother celebrity one, and then I definitely do.
Would you love
Strictly.
Ireland?
I don't know.
I don't know.
My parents would kill me, so I say no right now. But I don't know. I think if they did like an influencer version, they should so do that. I'm sorry, I would love to watch people go on there as influencers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably say no. But like maybe if I was really, really bored, I'd go on there because I think it'd be funny. The next one is from Abby, and she says she's looking for advice on friends ditching you when they get a boyfriend. Have you ever had that?
Luckily, no. But I've had friends that it's like kind of happened to.
Yeah.
I just like, I don't agree with it. Like, I feel like, you know, your friends are always there. They've been through like everything with you, every scenario. Like from my experience, I can say like my best friends, like I've had my whole life. So I feel like any boy that comes in, like it would never replace that.
No.
I'm like very much the type of person of like, I would want them all to be friends. Like whenever I've had a boyfriend, they've always been like in the friendship group and like
included.
We've done stuff like together as a group. Because I think, you know, boys come and go, like, but girls are like here to stay. Do you know what I mean? Your friends are for life. Like, you know, you really don't ever know what's going to happen with boys. So yeah, I don't agree
I like
with
that. I agree with that too. I think, yeah, you should never let like, you know, your boyfriend get in the way as the girl. But if it is happening to you with your friends, speak to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if that was my friend, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
Or like, you know, put in your side of the effort. If they're not reciprocating it, then they're not your friend.
But I think naturally at the beginning it is hard to navigate that because I think, you know, when you're so excited during the honeymoon stage, all you want to do is spend the time with that person. But I think, you know, once that's over, then like you kind of realise, oh, you've got to like separate your time equally. Like friends and
definitely I'd say
yeah.
people should be able to do that. So if your friend's not doing it and not giving you the time, speak to them about it.
Yeah.
See what they have to say for themselves. Billy says, what is something that you deeply believe in or stand by?
Everything happens for a reason.
I agree. I was about to say this one.
Like, that's just my saying.
Yeah.
Like, I just think, you know, I never, if I'm being honest, I probably wouldn't have applied for Love Island this year. But it came to me and I think, you know, something big happened in my life where I was like, I had to close the door on something and it kind of opened a new chapter for me.
Yeah.
So I think,
definitely.
you know, I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason and like trust the process. Like that's all I kept saying to myself every day in the villa. Like when things would happen the first week and I was getting myself all worked up, I'd be like, no, you're here for a reason. Like it's all going to work out.
Just trust yourself.
Yeah.
Trust the process. No, definitely. I feel like I've always said that. And like one saying that my dad's always told me since I was a kid was like, the people you meet on the way up, you're going to meet on the way down. So treat everyone equally. Just because someone's a bit higher than you in a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't ever treat someone with less respect because they're lower than you or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's always stuck by me. So
Yeah.
I'd say that one, Billy. And someone also has said, what are your tips for surviving a breakup? Go to Dubai. Clearly.
Babe, go to Dubai, get yourself on a boat with your best friend and drink rosé. That's what I would say.
No,
but I just think like, you know, surround yourself with like people who really do have your true intentions at heart. And I think, you know, your friends are everything at the end of the day. They're going to see, you know, your high points and your low points. So I think, you know, distract yourself, make sure you speak about the situation until you're like blue in the face. Because I think for me, like I will talk and talk and talk about something until I'm bored of talking about it and then I'll be over it.
Yeah.
So I think,
you know, kind of get over that before you start trying to move on.
And definitely no contact. I think you can tell a lot about a situation like if you don't speak to someone. Because at the beginning it's scary and then you're like, you're just like learning to live without them.
No,
so I think, you know, defo put your time and energy into people who like have your best intentions at heart. That's what I would say.
Wow. I need to be part of your friend group because I need this advice when I'm low. Honestly, that was great. Emotional now. No, definitely. I think like if you're a bit younger like me and you was kind of going through bad things like that, just surround yourself with good people.
Yeah.
And it always makes you feel better.
Yeah.
And like they say, don't distract because you need to get over it, but you can still distract yourself.
You still need to
in a healthy way.
Yeah, in healthy ways.
No, definitely. Like I always, when I'm sad, like I'll go to my friends and like see my friends. And my mum's like, you just need a day off. I'm like, no, my friends mean more to me.
Yeah, no, sure.
So I definitely
think going away, like when that's happened to me and like when it's happened to other my friends, like we'd always just get away and like just spend time like as like friends. Do you know what I mean?
No,
like,
definitely.
away from everyone.
Even if it's just like go to the park,
Yeah,
sitting around a park by
literally.
yourself. It doesn't even have to be to Dubai.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like
that was our
if you
situation, but like literally anything, like even going on like a hot girl walk.
Yeah.
Like with no phone, like distract yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
Whatever
I
you like
agree.
doing, do it with your best friend.
It always makes you feel better, I swear. But I've got one last question to ask you.
Go on.
Which is, what is your private story? Something that people might not know about you.
maybe this is like kind of a private story.
Yeah.
I was never meant to be in the starting lineup. So
Right.
I was always cast as an early bombshell. So as soon as I arrived in Mallorca, they were like, no, you're going in. So yeah, I guess that's something people wouldn't know.
So the producers told you that you was going to go in as the first bombshell?
Yeah. They told me
Wow.
really early on bombshell. So I was always cast as that.
Did you get to ask them like, oh, I actually really want to be the first bombshell? Or did they just tell you your
No,
role?
they just like told you. Like, I think they can just get a vibe from you.
Yeah.
So the whole time it was always bombshell they would cast me as, and then
You
obviously got
changed.
there and I changed.
Wow. Are you happy now? Are you grateful that it happened? Or
I am. I think, when they told me, I was like so excited that they chose me to be in the starting lineup, because that's like crazy. Like, think of the amount of people who like audition for Love Island.
Yeah.
But I also think, even if I was a bombshell, say early on, I probably would have had the same experience, because I would have walked in the same and like, do you know what I mean? But it is different being an OG, because you do just form friendships.
No,
But I don't know,
definitely.
because like Uma was the first bombshell, and like everyone, I always forget that she was, because she was so early on. I was like,
think
babe,
you
you're literally an
always
OG.
do. Like, you always
Like,
forget about them
yeah.
being like, later on in life,
Yeah.
because they are so core in it. Like, she was very involved, Uma.
Yeah.
I love Uma.
I love Uma. Like,
She's a
we speak
queen.
every day. We're always on the FaceTime.
She's a queen. I love her. So that's your private story. You was actually supposed to be.
I was actually supposed to be a bombshell.
And then she was an OG.
And then
Look
I was
at her
an
now.
OG girl.
Crazy. I love that. But thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Honestly, it's great to actually see you properly again.
Yeah, no, for
and
sure.
chit chat properly this time. No, definitely. But thank you so much.
Thank you, babe.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Amy Charlize's Private Story. If you want to subscribe to the show, you can down below now, as well as follow us on Spotify or your podcast app of choice. You can like, comment, and leave a review now. And if you want to send in your questions, stories, and dilemmas, you can do that over on Instagram at Amy Charlize's Private Story, as well as follow us on TikTok and now Snapchat. Thanks for listening. Bye.